Welcome back to Terrace Talk. It's the Cardiff City view, and this week we are previewing Cardiff City's home game against Hull City. Good evening, James. How are you?
Evening, Mark. Yeah, a bit better now after yesterday.
We'll preview the Coventry game, or review the Coventry game with you, and of course we're joined by our resident Tiger fan, Will. How are you, Will?
Grieving after yesterday, but yeah, not too bad.
Okay, you've recovered, haven't you? James, we'll start obviously with Coventry. We'll start with Cardiff. We'll start with talking about the Coventry game. How can Cardiff be so bad in one game and then go away from home and be so great in the next? Because I imagine you were spitting feathers after the Sunderland result and thinking, well, should I even bother going to Coventry? First of all, did you go? Did you enjoy it? And what's been the difference?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Sunderland game was just, I don't know, the players were still on the beach, to be honest, from the international break. It was an awful performance on Friday, and obviously, yeah, we're going into Monday not with a lot of hope. Coventry at home been flying recently, but yeah, obviously we went 1-0 down in the first half, but sort of as a foot in the game, and we were creating the chances as well. So I was quite happy with the performance.
Yeah, I had to chuckle to myself because I saw the score and like, Cardiff have scored two goals away from home, and then saw they were both own goals. I went, oh well, that explains it then. What did you make? I mean, defensively, you were awesome, and the commentary fans said that they just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Do you think Erol Bulut read the right, attacked them from the Sunderland performance?
So I mean, the thing is, after that game on Friday, you couldn't get much worse, to be honest. So we weren't difficult to improve, but yeah, this is just what Cardiff are, to be honest. One week we can be absolutely awful, the next week we can be a decent team, getting these results. So it's very, very confusing.
All right, let's talk about the manager because he did come out recently and say that he suspects perhaps the contract talks are maybe getting to the players or having an impact on it. What's your view? First of all, should he get a new contract? You've said wait to the end of the season, but we are kind of there now. And B, if he should, why hasn't he been given one now? So we got some assurances and some start planning.
So yeah, he should be given a new contract. I think obviously this time last season we were fighting relegation. We're nowhere near that this season. Mid-table stability. I think we're about 16 points better off than we were this sort of time last season. But also as well, he's brought in one or two of his own players, Gutas, Siopis. I think he needs to be given a summer with full transfer backing with money now that we can spend properly. And also as well, yeah, I'm not too sure why he hasn't been offered the new contract yet. I mean, you look back to the sort of performances against Norwich and you think, oh, maybe that's why I see how it is towards the end of the season. But I think that, our board are sort of always been reluctant to give out these big contracts. And he does speak out quite a lot. And I think that can sometimes go against, because I know our owner, Vince Tan, will not like that at all.
Okay. All right, let's talk to Will then, who's travelling to the Cardiff City Stadium this weekend with the whole contingent. Will, when Cardiff played you earlier before Christmas, it was a 3-0 home win. What did you make of Cardiff then?
I'll be honest, I expected a bit more from them, to be fair. Obviously, they did keep it away for a little bit, but we just came out really well. And we just lost the game to Middlesbrough, I think it was the game before. And I think we just needed to prove something there. So we came out and all guns blazing. I'm not as confident going to them because Wales isn't the best hunting ground for us, but here we go. Especially after the two losses we've just had.
Is this a must win for Hull now?
I'll be honest, I think in the past couple of games, not just the two losses we've just had, but even the draws before that, I think we've kind of come out of the playoffs. Unless we've gone a massive winning streak to the end of the season, and I mean every single game we win, then fair enough, we'll get the playoffs. But I honestly say this one, it'll be a draw. to be quite honest. I can see
Okay.
a draw written all over it.
All right. Well, you predicted my next question, which was to predict the score lines. James, I want to ask you for your player of the month for March in a second. But let's get some score predictions first. Will you go for draw? Is that a 1-1 or a 0-0?
No, I'm going 2-2. No, it's one of them ones where I think we showed the firepower against Leeds the other night, and we just showed nothing against Stoke. So we've got to literally go all hell for leather, to be fair.
Okay.
So I get the 2-2, I say.
So James will say that you've not obviously been watching Cardiff at home recently, so he doesn't quite have the context. James, you have.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, I am.
Fair enough. Okay. All
And
right.
I hope that Philogene is having an off day because he's an unbelievable player.
He's had an off day since he did that Rabona, so there we go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Will. We'll just pop you out the picture for a second and talk to James about Cardiff. So, first of all, player of the month for March, James. Who do you give it to?
So I think either Joe Rolls or Callum O'Dowda. I think they've been both decent performances majority of the month, not obviously every game, but O'Dowd's obviously come back from a long injury, and he's been quite a good player to have back.
Okay. All right, great. Well, enjoy the game against Hull, and we will definitely catch you next week. Cheers very much.
Cheers. Thank you.